Self-confidence, not arrogance. The number one rule is to be confident. A lot of men confuse this with being arrogant. There is a huge difference between the two in the eyes of a woman. A confident man takes the lead, but is flexible with his woman. He is a gentleman, yet knows what he wants. He takes charge of a situation, but is not domineering or imposing. His behavior is classy and subdued, yet strong. He has thick skin for challenges in life, but handles them smoothly. He is sensitive to his woman's needs. Being confident really comes from the inside of who you are. It's the internal power that you feel. When that's the case, you don't need to externalize less attractive behaviors in order to seem confident. Unfortunately, a serious woman will see through this behavior very quickly. If you want to show confidence, it's a much more subtle skill. It really comes down to being confident in your good nature and your good intentions. Leadership, not control. Similarly, when it comes down to being a leader, women love men who can take charge. This goes hand in hand with being confident. It helps women feel secure and know that their man knows his way in the world and can defend her, and potentially their home and family, in the future. It's a very basic, instinctual need in women, and it goes a long way. That is not to say that it always needs to be in a major area, such as being a leader in your job, or having your own business. Even if you have a regular job, or no job at all, being a leader can just mean taking charge. Keep in mind, this is very different from being controlling. When you lead, you make suggestions for a date, but leave the final decision up to them. For the first 3 dates, you should plan what the two of you will do, but remain flexible for any conflicts with her schedule or preferences. After that, you can lead by proposing, and she can pick something she likes. So guys, be aware of the typical areas where men are expected to take charge and lead. This will go a long way with your lady. So keep in mind the distinction. When you are starting to feel threatened or insecure or, worse, controlled, ask yourself why this is happening. Most likely, it is because your status quo or your ego feels threatened. Remember that is a false signal. Don't fall into that trap, or you may lose a great girl due to your own issues. Be funny and witty. Women love men who make them smile and laugh. If you are funny, you could be a great date and attract many women. Too many guys these days are too serious. That is boring for women. They want someone who is witty and exudes self-confidence. They want a sense of humor. That does not mean you should crack stupid jokes all the time, or worse, only talk in humorous or sarcastic tones. This will quickly make you look like a nut. This is especially popular on online dating profiles. It's a sure way to scare women off. Instead of too much or too little, witty humor is something that you sprinkle around here and there. You can be goofy sometimes as well. It's all a matter of measure. One thing is sure, not enough guys are appropriately humorous, and if you put yourself out there and are funny, women will love you. Know what you want. This means no wishy-washy projects or opinions on what your goals are for the future. A man who is confident definitely will project the image of a man who knows what he wants. You need to show determination, motivation, and enthusiasm for things that are going on in your life, whether it's your job, your family, the place where you live, the trip you had like to take, or even the job search strategies you plan to apply to find your dream job. All these things may not be that big, but they show a determination and energy in your character, and that's what's important. Call her with consistency. Are you thinking of the 3-day rule, waiting 3 days before calling after the first date to her? Are you concerned about being viewed as overly pushy? Or are you afraid of being rejected? Most often women understand that all this may be going through your head, But remember, it is all in your head. It is negative thinking, based on fear, insecurities, or even selfishness. You don't need to give in to that. It is very important, as a guy, to understand that, if you don't call, you're saying that you are not interested. There is nothing more to it. You are just not interested. Life is too short. I obviously don't mean you should be calling her 2 or 3 times in a day. If you met a woman, and you enjoyed talking with her, and can envision dating her, call or email her sooner rather than later. It will pay off in the end. You will both get to enjoy the momentum that has built up when you two meet again. Very important. And if you don't think your connection with her is going anywhere, call and tell her so. She will be more than happy to finally get an honest guy, and will respect you even more, even if you are no longer dating. Be a gentleman. Again, with women, little things go a long way. Don't get sloppy or lazy, as these are the things that will differentiate you from other men. Guys need to put themselves in women's shoes. Never underestimate the value of nice gestures. To show a woman you care, you need to constantly be creative, respectful, and romantic. Again, we're not saying it needs to be over the top all the time, but you need to show her you care. As a gentleman, you can do these basic things like good manners, bring her flowers, hold her hand, give her compliments on her hair or clothing. Don't be the guy who thinks it's not that important. It is very important. Remember, women relate differently than men do. What may not be important for guys can be very important for women, and vice versa. Be honest. The art of honesty is almost entirely lost in our society, yet it's really easy. Honesty means you are strong enough to tell the truth. If you're going in zigzags, you are not honest. The whole idea that, by hiding the truth, you'll be saving the other person from being hurt is totally false. It sounds like something that men made up to rationalize not having to come forward with explanations and feelings. Please do women a favor and explain yourselves when something is wrong or off. You had be surprised how responsive and understanding most women would be to that. Remember, you can still remain friends, even if you're breaking it off. Honesty is important in all aspects of life. If you are running late, it's very easy to text and say why. If you have something going on and can't get together, then explain why. Don't hide behind excuses. So be that guy, stand out from others, and choose the path of honesty and integrity. It will pay you back 1,000-fold. Don't constantly talk about yourself. It's normal to be nervous on a date. Some people talk more, others less when they are under stress. However, try to keep it under control. Don't talk about yourself all the time. It will look as if you're very self-centered. And women don't want to be with a self-centered guy who only cares about himself and his adventures. So, ask your date questions about her life, or simply talk about common subjects so that both of you can participate. It will make for a fun and light-hearted conversation without putting either one of you on the spot. When each person can share something about themselves and talk about current events, a stronger connection is usually the result. Be a good listener. Women are different from men. When you're interested in dating a woman, you need to put yourself in her shoes. It's important for women to vent and to know that someone else is paying attention, actively listening to what they are saying. So, if your girl is complaining to you about her day, or her friends, or anything, really, she may just be venting. Don't interrupt her every 2 seconds with an idea of how to fix things. Just let her speak. Don't dismiss what she's saying as unimportant or trivial, and don't be judgmental. Once a woman has vented, she'll feel lighter and will be thankful for your patience. Only give her advice if she asks for it. Otherwise, you may be better off just saying yeah, that must be hard, or you must feel exhausted, and you can say, that must have been painful. Notice how you're acknowledging her feelings, as opposed to giving her advice on how to solve the problem. Ask her questions. This is one of the most important things to remember if you ever wish to understand women. So guys, here's so many more important points which you should know about that. This video will go so long if we will discuss here all that points. So in my next video, I will reveal that all other points. If you like my video, so subscribe this channel and like this video. We will meet again with my next video very soon. Till then, stay happy and stay healthy, all of you my dear friends.